Hey toy friends, so in today's video we're taking a look at a doll that is on my wish list, and I happened to see it come up on eBay at a reasonable price, so I went ahead and bought it. Also, funny story, the seller actually recognized me, so yeah, hello seller, thank you again for selling this to me. I appreciate it. So anyway, Necot, I'm not sure how to say it, but that's the brand. It stands for Not Everyone's Cup of Tea. They're based in Beijing. They've been around since about 2022, so they're a fairly new company. Independent toy maker, I'm assuming. So they came out with initially two dolls. The one is Aisen, and the other one is Kai. One has pink hair, one has dark hair. I do have a backstory if you want to hear it from their website. So I'll go ahead and read that right now. So this is Aisen's backstory. One starry dark night, when the sky merged with the earth, a pink star has fallen from the sky. Some people believed it's the light of hope from the legendary warrior from Silver Millennia, but only the star itself knew who it belongs to. That night, the star pierced a stone, forged the energy into a human body, and a local boy named Aisen was born. Aisen, also they mentioned, is an African name. It could be for a boy or a girl, and it means I am the light. In Arabic, it means moonlight, but in Chinese, the pronunciation Aisen is similar for the god of love. There's also a bunch of other dolls that NECA produces. So we have the original Aisen and Kai, and then there's the newest ones are Moonlight Aisen and Absolute Hair Aisen. So one has longer hair, and the other one is Moonlight. I don't know, but also they have older ones are Yuppie Bo Kai and Harajuku Kai, and then they also have some other fashions that they sell. So it's a relatively small line at this point, but there is some variety there if you want to check it out. I know these are on the pricier side of dolls, but that's kind of standard for these independent toy maker products, so nothing surprising there. But anyway, let me just get to the doll. So here is the doll. I think they said they included some other stuff in here. I don't know if this is just the doll. I don't remember. So it's going to be a surprise for you and me. So let me go ahead and open the box, and then we'll check out the doll. All right, so I just opened the box. I am going to... I see stuff in there. I see some stuff. So there's some packing. I see a carded something. Oh, okay. This is cool. I'm not sure what this is, but this is another body. The back is in, I believe, Chinese. It says U-type toys, but it looks like a body, an articulated body with a bunch of hands. I don't think this is part of the NECA thing. This might be a separate thing, but thank you for this. That's awesome. All right, I have some baggies. I'm not sure what else is in here. This is the doll. So let me open this one up. I'm not sure what is in here. This might be clothing, maybe, or parts. Oh wow, there's a lot of parts in here. So I have a bunch of clothing, hands, shoes, other things. That's awesome. And then another bag of something. I'm not sure. I'll open that up in a second. Another bag of hair, maybe. And then another package of something. I'm not sure what any of this is. So let me open these little packages so we can take a look at those. Okay, so I think all the stuff in the little packages was for this guy, I'm going to assume, because and I think it's a BJD. I'm pretty sure it's a BJD doll. So let's go through what they said. So we have some eyes. These look like they're just like stickers. And then we have a jacket. This is super cute. We have a cute little tote bag here. And then some white kind of platform shoes. We have a white bodysuit. We've got some more shoes. And then we have a face with some eyes in there. And then we have more eyes. So we have multiple sets of eyes. And then we have a bunch of hands in different poses. So that's cute. And then we have a full head. And then we have 2 sets of hair. I've never had a BJD, so I don't know how any of this stuff works. I'm assuming it's a lot of like assembly. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for sending this over. That's awesome. That's amazing. I'll have to look into how to assemble all this. Maybe I will post the assembled doll on Instagram. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. But yeah, thank you again. All right, now onto the main show. So here is the actual doll that I purchased. All right, so here is the doll, but before we get into him, I want to take a look at the accessories that they also sent over. So we have this shiny duffel bag that does open up so you can put stuff into it. So that's awesome. And a whole bag of accessories. Okay, so we have 2 sets of hands. We have a set of hands that are like gripping hands, and then we have a set that are doing the like I love you, which is super cute. And then we have some socks. And I'm loving these like silver shoes. All right, now the doll. Oh wow. All right, I'm just taking it in right now. This is awesome. I'm so excited to have this. Yeah, this is great. All right, here he is. So this is Aisen. This is his front and his back. Yeah, he's amazing. So like I said, I always love getting new lines of dolls, of boy dolls specifically, because I like to see the difference in how, I just like variety. I've always wanted one of these, and like I said, when I saw it come up, I was like, you know what? It's a good price. I'm gonna go for it. We'll start at the top. So he's got this like baby blue hair, this straight, short hair, and it is actually flocked on the back here. So that's nice. And his face, he's got I love his face. And then if we move down, he does have this outfit. I don't know if this is the complete outfit or not. I did see like a gray something that he was wearing in the promo pictures. But that's fine. I don't really care. I actually kind of like this better. But yeah, so he's got this like all pink, kind of like shiny jacket on with actual snaps. The materials feels actually really nice too. It's like this like silky kind of, it feels quality. So that's awesome. And then the back of the jacket is actually mesh, so you can see through it. I love that detail. That's awesome. And then I'll go ahead and take the jacket off. And then underneath, he is wearing this pair of overalls in the same material as the jacket. I never know what to call these these things on overalls, but these are like actual metal, and they're separate pieces. So yeah, the attention to detail is pretty awesome. And then there's like belt loops on the side here. Is this an actual pocket? Yeah, so this is an actual pocket too, up here, this little square. So that's cool. And then his pockets are actual pockets as well on the side. So that's also amazing. He also has back pockets. So plenty of pockets on this guy. So now I want to take a look at his body, just because he's a new doll for me and I always like to see what's going on underneath. And also in a little bit, we'll be checking out some other brands and doing like a comparison, like a side-by-side comparison to the bodies, just so you can get an idea of how he's different. All right, so here is your trigger warning if you're offended by doll nudity, I guess, although it's not. I don't know. I'm like looking at his package and I'm like, is this considered anatomically correct? It's kind of like a suggestion of anatomy. I'm just gonna go with it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But here's your warning. But anyway, so here he is in the buff. So he's a very slender body. So I would say he's probably most like an Integrity doll, but maybe even like slimmer. He's very tall. He's a very tall doll. He's got nipples. He's got some like veining in his arms, which is interesting. He does have some definition down here. It's not a lot, but there is definitely something there. His feet are very detailed. You can see toes and toenails and all that. So also his hands are pretty detailed. Cute little butt. And then as far as articulation goes, he is on a ball joint, so he can kind of do this. He can turn side to side, so pretty good articulation there. He can do shoulder, elbow, wrist. He can go backwards and forwards. He does have chest articulation, so he can move back and forth. And then hip, knee, and foot. He can do the splits, so there's that. Yeah, and it's ball jointed. One more thing, I was curious, he's 14 inches tall, so he is so tall. I was like, oh, he looks taller than a normal like Ken doll, but he's like really tall. So let's go ahead and compare him to some other doll brands. So here he is next to a standard Playline Ken. As you can tell, he is a solid head taller than the Ken doll. And here he is next to a Made to Move. Here he is next to a like a slender Ken. So similar body width, but obviously a lot taller. And here he is next to an Integrity doll. But yeah, you can definitely tell that they took inspiration from Integrity because they look very similar as far as the construction of like the chest and the nipples and the chest joints. All right, I redressed him. I put on his shoes, and I gave him his cute little hard hand thing. I will say I did try to put his socks on, but they are real hard to get on, so I'm not sure how that works. So I might try to get them on again, but I would say that's probably not a fun experience. So yeah, the other thing I noticed, so I'll say, so for my final thoughts, overall, I love this doll. I am so happy I have him. He's great. A couple nitpicky things I will say is that I wish, he is a little loose, like in certain areas, like his chest is a little loose. The arms are verging on being too loose. His knees are great. But yeah, there's a little bit of looseness there. I don't know if that's by design or if it's just age or what, but there's that. Also, the sock thing. I'm not sure how to get the socks on. Again, nitpicky, not major. I guess maybe another nitpicky thing is I'm not sure where to get clothing for him, since he is so tall and thin. He's very tall and thin. So tops are probably going to be easier to find. It's the pants that I'm concerned about. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, other than that, so happy with this doll. Thank you again, seller. You know who you are. I wasn't sure if you wanted to be shouted out, which is why I'm being very vague, but thank you again. I really appreciate it. I love this back panel. I love the design of this so much. Anyway, yeah, so this was Aisen. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of this Necot doll. Do you have any of them? If so, which ones do you have? And as always, thank you so much for watching. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe. I hope you're having a lovely whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you next time.